I welcome you to Choose a Life, where we summon demons that have caused a lot of uncertainties. And don't forget to follow us on different social media platforms. We are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, we are on YouTube, and we are on www.choosealife.com, our website. You are able to send us a voice note. We will be able to reply you whether you want in a voice note or you want via your email. It's just a matter of to go there and check our voice note system, put in your email, put in your name, and record your audio. Then you send it to us free of charge. No one will charge you for that. Answer your questions. You'll be able to respond to your comment, anything that regards to your attention. So my name is Mtevi Ivan Jr. Once again, I'm here to take you through life, and we should always try to learn what is next in our life, what is making us lag behind, what is making us not to prosper, what is that exactly that we should really try to understand that can make life more better than the way it is right now. Today we are going to learn about how basically we find or we touch or we kick out all those elements in life that can lag us behind, can make us not to prosper, can make us not always make things happening. Today we are going to see why sometimes we fail, to make things happening, because we normally have different activities that we would like to put up. We find ourselves not doing any or even doing some of them, but they stop on the way and we find ourselves feeling frustrated. Why would you? I think it is the right time for you to understand today and to see how best you can shape up yourself, because I know in life we can do a lot of things, and we can. So as long as we have life, we are able to change everything. Your family, your friends, your community, they might be seeing you as someone who is always a nowhere person, someone who can't go anywhere. But I believe that if you happen to understand your weaknesses, or if you happen to understand our weaknesses, we can make things happening, and we can change a little bit those weaknesses, and we make them strong enough for us to keep moving. Now, today we're going to look about something very simple, something we can talk about. I've been thinking about why someone really would be having a very good idea, an idea worth a sponsor, a donation, and that someone happens to start it, and all of a sudden, and you find that person feeling like it can't work out. Why? This is some of the tips as the reason as to why we normally fail, to get into what we would wish to. Most of the times we look at things and we think that things are so big but we can't achieve them, because we have that fear, and most of the times it is fear that causes such hindrances that normally come into our mindset, and we think that these things are big, or things are supposed to be done by well-off people who are rich, people who have money. No, it's not like that. Just try to sit down, think about your idea. What do you want to do with it? Think about the outcomes, think about the objectives of your idea. If it is starting up a nursery school, sit down as you think about that nursery school you want to start up, a kindergarten, and ask yourself, what is the purpose of starting up this kindergarten? What will it help me in the near future, or in 2 years time, or in the 3 years time from when I've started it? Ask yourself, how much impact will it cause to the society? How much impact will it cause to my family and me? Look at the impact, look at the goals, set your goals for the kindergarten, set the objectives, set the mission, and have that mission statement that you can follow and look at. Always try to blend into what you've tried. Make research, make research about the kindergarten you want to start up. Consult from those that started kindergartens some years back or some time back, and they try to give you advice. Then you come into the system when you're having some information about what you're going to venture into. At some point, look for friends or look for the network that is worthy your idea, because I don't see the instance of you who want to start a kindergarten joining hands together with a mechanic. I think it's not applicable at some point. We should try to always think about what kind of network can help me in my idea. If it's an NGO, look at people who have started up NGOs, who have run NGO for some good time, who have been there. Don't mind whether that person was there and eventually left, because the moment that person was there, he has some good information to tell you. He has some good tips to tell you, to give you, to share with you. You see your idea moving forward from one step to another. If you sit yourself down in the back doors and you think that, oh, big things are supposed to be done by those people, you know, who are well off and whom you think that they have enough money, you know, to push the things. We've seen very many people having lots of money, starting up things, starting up projects that they end up collapsing. Why? Because they do not take that time of consulting. They do not take that time of making research from people who have been there. Because as we all know, there is nothing you're going to start in life that hasn't been done before. You know, you can't reinvent the wheel or everything we are doing right now. Me, myself, I understand I'm not the first person to make a podcast or to come up with a podcast. A lot of people have been there who are and have done beautiful podcasts. It's from them that I get the inspiration from. You know, I relate to what I want to come up with, then I'm like, okay, this can work, this can't work. So we shouldn't always try to be, you know, those people that things cannot work out perfectly as we would wish. You know, I've talked about fear. You know, when you embrace fear in your heart, in your mind, that means that there is nothing you're going to do that is going to be fruitful. Why would you embrace fear? Talk to people who can encourage you, who can kick fear out of yourself, out of your mind, and bring strength, confidence, and self-esteem. Because when you enhance self-esteem and confidence in your heart, in your brains, that means that you're going to penetrate the hard cover that could cause an obstacle in your way. So try to be that person who's creative. Remember, whatever thing, whatever idea, whatever project you would wish to start is fruitful, profitable, and is worth, because it's you, the vision bearer. No one will understand your concept or will understand your project more than the way you can understand it. You know where it's going, you know where it has come from, and the reason that's why it's existing at some point. So we should try to always learn things, how we can do them. We should try to give time, you know. Why would we fail at early stages? Okay, fail after moving a distance. Then you'll be able to come back. You have the vigor to come back and check yourself. Where did I go wrong? I started this, I used this step, A, B, C, D, Z. I took this step and I think this is where I got lost from. You'll be able to trace where things have gone wrong or where things have stopped in the way. Then you'll be able to calculate and like, okay, now if I happen to do this and this can come out. We should not always think that if things happen to fail, that is the end of it. Yes, things can fail, but that's not the end of you. Because you still have the brain, you still have the knowledge to come up with some other beautiful projects for yourself, or even to enhance and to find ways of how you can solve problems of your previous project. Then you continue moving with that same project. So we should try to always be focusful, and this is also another tip that helps us to always to keep moving. Be focused. When you start up a project, make sure that you move with it. No matter what you have, start with zero, start with nothing. If it's being joined by another group, let the other group join you when you've already started moving. Sometimes I remember one time when I was trying to open up an NGO. It was more based in environment protection. You know, I like the green environment so much. And one time I was like, okay, now when I was starting the NGO, I was like, okay, now this is going to be like this. Okay, I'm going to start my NGO in 1 or 2 months. I'll be able to have donors, sponsors on table, and we'll be moving. In 1 year, I'll be able to, you know, have achieved my goal. But because I had no knowledge about how NGO are ran, I didn't have that very group that could push me towards my goal or towards achieving my goal. I ended up being frustrated. Things ended up, you know, becoming so bitter on my side. The team I had to go to separate with me. They had to go to look for other things to do, and I remained as a vision bearer, but my project stopped on the way, having got all a kind of obstacles, you know. Spent some little money I had, borrowing from people, and I think that was the biggest mistake, you know, I did. So I was like, okay, now how can I do this? I love the environment. I like green environment. Then I'm like, okay, now keep nature green. I think I have to pause you from here, and I have to strain myself to look at other things I'm supposed to do. So it has taken me time always to discover what exactly I can do. And I think what I'm doing right now, what you're seeing me or watching me doing, I think this is my best. So you yourself, you can also get something that you feel like is able, or you are able to do, to come up with, and you venture into something that we really need to come and understand at some point. So don't get frustrated about something, don't get limited, but instead keep pushing and keep making research. We have internet, we have resources. These are some of the things that we have in place that cannot limit us with information. So when you feel like having something you want to start in life, try to be yourself, try to stand on your own, and okay, you're like, okay, now I'm setting up something because of ABCDZ. If you happen to do that, you'll be able to juggle around with all the would-be circumstances or the would-be obstacles that could hinder you to keep flowing. So some of the time we ready to achieve big things in a small time. We use little time to achieve big things. I think that can't work that way as you think. Try to think about the hindrances that could come and find solutions of how you can solve them in case they happen to find you on their way, such that you don't get surprised when moving, when preparing yourself for another step. So the moment you happen to do that, the moment you happen to try to understand what exactly is supposed to be done, my dear, you'll be able to achieve what you wish to in just the smallest period of time. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, and I think if you happen to listen to it and you happen really to understand it, try to think about it, try to relate something that you would wish to do to what I've told you, and pick something very little, if not all, that can help you for your prosperity. I remain Mtebi Ivan Jr. on behalf of Choose a Life, and don't forget to subscribe us on YouTube. Look for us on Facebook, look for us on Twitter at Choose a Life, on www.choosealife.com, where I told you earlier that you can even send us a voice note using our own website on the voice note channel, and we'll be able to receive your comment, questions, and also advices. Thank you so much. I sign out. Bye bye.